Hey guys, welcome back to another theory video. It's Fred here, and today we're doing an Among Us theory video. These were quite so popular, so I decided to make a second one for you guys. So, all of you guys know the questionable Among Us character. Some of you guys may think it's just a regular old character. I mean, they're probably aliens. Some of you may think, oh, that's a mech suit. There's probably a human in there. Or some of you may think they're just robots. Today, we're going to bust this myth and find out what Among Us characters actually are. Basically, we're discovering their anatomy. And let me tell you, this will shock you. I mean, you probably already know this, but it might shock you. Okay, guys? So, a lot of you guys know when you die, there's a singular bone that appears when you die. And the entire headpiece isn't there. So, the characters have legs, they have arms. Does that mean they're human? No. When you're in space, you're obviously going to need oxygen. And usually people don't really have, they may have reserve oxygen tanks, because they do have oxygen tanks on that ship. So they may need to wear a suit, or they may not. But it may just be a privacy choice. It may be a privacy choice because some people on the ship are imposters, and we'll get to this later. The imposters the crewmates don't want to reveal what they are to the imposters. So that way they stay in the suits. And what you see as the character is not really the character. It's a mech suit. So you can, in some kill scenes, when you're the imposter, okay, you take off your headpiece, your helmet, it opens up in a linear way, and humans don't move in a linear way. Only mechanisms do. Okay, for an example, if I am going to make a car move, it'll go directly in a linear way. Since humans can't stay in one position, and when they move, they don't move in a linear way. Basically, a linear way is like easing in, easing out. You're not like moving at a constant pace. And when machine parts move, they're moving in a linear way. They're keeping their motion, not even slowing down a single bit. And that's what the helmet piece does. So if it's linear, we know that it's part of the mech suit. And then this large spike comes out, which could be a weapon. There are lots of spiky things, like a spiked baseball bat, but it doesn't look like that. And this just kills the person. It comes out of the suit. We know it's a suit because it opens up in a linear way, and the spike pokes the person and kills it. And why would the imposter not just keep the helmet on the person? Well, the other crewmates, this is kind of tricky, guys. I'm just kidding. I already scripted this. So why would the imposter want to take the helmet off? 'Cause eventually, in the suits, they have reserve oxygen tanks. In the suits, in case the imposter didn't properly kill you, you can take off the helmet and you'll lose your oxygen slowly. Because when the large spike comes out, you would think, but Fred, isn't he going to suffocate? No, because he has reserve oxygen tank. And yes, by killing the person, it is letting some oxygen out, but you're still going to have oxygen surrounding you. And there are reserve tanks in the ship, but they prefer to keep the suits on to protect their identity, which we'll get to that later, I promise, okay? So, another thing again. Now that we know, like, we don't know what they look like, but what we know is that they are mech suits. Then what's in the mech suits? Well, they have arms and legs, and usually if a person's in a suit like that and the hood's open, they're probably sitting down. So we can safely assume that the legs and arms are controlled by electronics gears. So in the middle, there's probably a person sitting down, because when you open the hatch, you don't see the person's head. So they're probably sitting down in a chair. They have some arm controls and leg controls to walk, kind of like a steering mechanism. And when they want to get the kill, they just open the helmet and then poke a pike out, or they have weapons on them. So there's like a snap neck, a gun, and I believe a pokey thing, and other animations. But that's pretty much all the common ones. So, yeah. But then, so we know that there's a person inside controlling the mech suit. There's reserve oxygen tanks in there. That's basically the whole mystery. But now for the part I was talking about earlier. What is the person inside of those tanks? Well, here's a good explanation why. So, why would somebody just randomly go wanting to kill their friendly teammates? Maybe because they're mad? No, because the one imposter is human and the crewmates are aliens invading his ship. And you may think, Fred, that's impossible. It has to be the other way around. The alien has to be attacking their ship. And I think not. So we know that in one suit, if that's the case, one suit has an actual human in there. And the reason why the human wears his suit is because they don't want it to be known that he is the human. And the aliens wear their suit so that way they know that they don't, like, so that way they match the imposter, so they think they're one of them and don't want to end up killing them. So, how do we know which one's a human and which one's not? Very, very hard to tell, but kind of not at the same time-ish. Sorta. Well, I don't know how to explain this, kind of. So, we know that in one of the suits, there's a human sitting in a chair controlling it. And in the rest, there are aliens sitting in a chair controlling it. That's what we know. So, any other thing to add? Let me think. Well, many of you guys have been saying that maybe the imposter is the alien and the rest are just regular old crewmates. But here's the catch. Do humans have one bone? Do humans have one bone? No. The one bone that you see is an alien bone. Who knows? Nobody in the entire planet has any trace of how many bones there are in aliens. So that only means that humans don't have one bone. Okay, they don't have one bone. Like in your rib cage, that's 6 bones alone. In your hands, there's over 200 microscopic bones. Believe that. That's crazy. So that only means that the crewmates are aliens because they only have one bone. That's crazy. And the imposter is actually a nice human trying to save a ship. There we have it, guys. Another sweet, sweet theory busted. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. And don't get the cough virus. So, in conclusion, the anatomy of the crewmate or imposter is kind of weird to explain. So, the actual thing you're seeing is just a mech suit. You could take the mech suit off, for at least, I would say, a minute, then your reserve oxygen in your suit runs out. That's why the imposter can kill everybody, and take his suit on and off, like his helmet on and off. That way he doesn't run out of oxygen. And, yeah, so there's a human or an alien inside the suit controlling it. They're controlling the arms with gears, motors. They're controlling the legs with motors, gears even. And the one imposter is actually human, which you may think it's an alien, but it's not. And the rest of the crewmates are actually aliens invading his ship. And when you kill a crewmate, there's only one bone. In humans, we have way over 1,000 bones. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but we have many, many more than just one bone. Nobody on the entire planet knows how many bones aliens do have. So it's safe to assume that aliens can only have one bone, but probably not. So there we have it, guys. The crewmates are aliens inside of a mech suit, and the imposter is a human inside of a mech suit trying to protect his rocket ship. Now you're wondering, why in the world are the aliens trying to fix his ship? I've got a good explanation for that too. The aliens know secret coding and stuff to hack his ship, to crash it and kill him. But why would the crewmates want to die along with him? Because they're dedicated to their job and they're doing what they want to commit, and they are focusing on their tasks at hand, and they want to successfully take out this human. They want to successfully take this human out so that way he doesn't get to their galaxy, planet, or universe. There you have it, guys. That's the theory. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe. Bye-o.